Hello, welcome to Inspirational Communities, a public broadcast program brought to you by the Wairarapa Women's Center. And today we are in the studio with a new and upcoming band called Shuttle, and they're going to tell us a little bit about their project and the progress that they've made so far. So, to get started, let's go around the room and everybody introduce yourselves and say what school you represent today.
I'm Rizza from MIS.
I'm Helena from Greytown School.
I am Zedric from Hadlow Preparatory School.
I'm Jet from Southend.
I'm Finoska from Karanui College.
I'm Sol from Makota College.
Today, what are you going to show today?
So today we'll be showcasing our first official song, which would be Grey Skies, and on air, so that'll be a first video as well.
This is the first time any of us will have seen the music video, so it's going to be a live on-air production. Can you tell me what it took to bring this music video to life today? What are some of the things that it took?
It definitely took a lot of time and patience. One of the main things, like while recording, very time-consuming.
So what was time consuming? Can you walk us through that? Because most of the people have never recorded a demo track before.
So first, what we do is we start working on the song. So we work out the chords, the lyrics, and each of the instruments' parts.
Yes.
And then once we had gotten those working, we could start refining the lyrics. And then once we had something that kind of resembled a song, we continued polishing it off until we started thinking about the music video. So we went out to a piece of land and we filmed us playing each of the instruments for the song, taking different shots and cuts of it. Then we sent those back and we did a recording of the piece professionally, which was actually a really interesting experience.
Alright, for me it was definitely a first recording, like officially with professional recording instruments and people. So it's definitely a first and was not, not easy. It's very much a first for me and most people here.
How are you, Jet?
Yeah, good. Trying to dive here. Yep.
Okay, so the children are feeling a little bit anxious this morning, talking about their project, but yeah, a little bit more than anxious. But we're gonna stay on track. We're gonna work it out. Could y'all tell me a little bit about the song that we're about to hear and what is it about?
This song is about war and what kind of happens in it. Mostly it's dedicated to people who have gone through war and have been part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's specifically a bit of a narrative about someone who, a child who is in a war-torn area and bombs, planes, etc. that force them to run into the woods, which is a recurring theme in the lyrics.
Thinking about the journey from the beginning to the end, is there anything you'd like to share about the journey itself?
I think at the start we were all pretty shy, weren't we? We didn't really want to do much, but we warmed up a bit, and it was actually quite fun, just experimenting. Thing to say?
Yes, I agree with that, especially like when people go around messing with things, like playing interesting riffs and stuff like that. Yep.
You can't say much.
And that was funny. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy most about the process, Sol?
Making more friends.
Yeah?
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, but it's, so that is part of the whole thing of, I guess I should. So I'm Andy Eldred. I haven't actually been, I didn't have a mic earlier, but I've been sort of working with Christy with this project, and the band is called Shuttle. So if you see Shuttle anywhere around, you know that's these guys. And the coolest thing about this project for me, because I've been working with school bands and with kids for a long time in this area, and is that this was about creating. This is all about creating and learning how your music can express your emotions, you know, and we see in this song that we've done, you know, the emotions that you have to sort of imagine when you're singing it, Eleanor, that maybe it's if it were you running through the woods, you know, you have to sort of imagine in your mind what's going on while you're singing it, so it becomes part of your experience, you know. Do you find that that's something that happens when you sing, or you sort of get images in your mind and try to evoke that emotion?
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't like. Well, I do feel like emotions, but I don't really feel like I'm running through the woods. But like, I don't feel like I'm just singing.
Yeah, like you are conveying an idea.
Yeah.
I was going to say, working on the lyrics and the arrangement of the songs, was it harder than you thought that would be? Because I feel like y'all had the melody and the mood and the tone of the song from the first day. But what do you think about the process of turning it into like a proper song?
Jamming was probably the easiest part of it, but the actual recording, like the amount of takes it took, really, it was just, lots of practice.
So did you find the recording process a little intimidating as a...
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of takes and retakes, because if if there's a slight mistake, we'd have to redo it all over again.
Yeah.
And but although I haven't heard it, I can imagine the end result would be quite rewarding.
Yeah, you're the only guy who hasn't actually heard it. We listened to
Yeah.
it as a band
Oh,
on
yeah.
Friday, but you weren't there.
I was there.
Oh, wow! So he gets
it was
the
great.
big surprise. Yeah.
It is good. I can say that.
Hope so.
How about you, Sol? What was your your takeaway from so far from this? You made some friends. The musical journey in itself. How's that been for you?
Oh, I've gotten quite better at bass because of it. It's been fun overall. Wasn't too hard, but yeah, it's just been a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great having you on the team. That's for sure.
I think everybody's musicianship improved over time.
Something for me that significantly improved was like playing with other people, because especially when playing with much more people than just me and someone else, is definitely the amount of coordination required is something that we practiced a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, and also a skill that was kind of fine-tuned in the making of the arrangement was, cooperation, and also making sure that every instrumentist person's piece wasn't cluttered, so that when it all came together you didn't have something that was chaotic and messy, but something that you could listen to.
Agreed.
Oh, why don't we play this video?
Run, run, running through the woods.
All right, go ahead. What y'all want to say about your video? First time hearing it for some of us. For everybody else, first time seeing it.
I mean, it was interesting seeing how it all went together.
It was definitely better than I expected, to be honest. It actually was put together, like the film and the audio was really good. I'm actually being honest, though.
That's quite impressive because remember the audio was recorded completely separate from the
Yes.
music video. So that's amazing. Like, how did he do that? All right, go ahead. Another. What y'all think? How does it feel seeing yourself on the air?
Interesting.
There you go. It was weird. Yeah, I mean, like, it was a bit off time. Like, you could clearly see that the guitar solo just wasn't in time.
Yeah. Especially my guitar solo, like the start, I think I overdid it a bit too much.
Oh,
My guitar like went vertical for a moment.
As if
Like,
you're playing a
completely,
cello or something.
Yeah.
It looked cool though.
it looked animated. It's not boring.
Interesting.
That might be your signature move. You might be make that famous. You may want to keep that. Definitely don't want to blend in with everybody else.
I prefer blending in.
I prefer being unnoticed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Honestly,
I don't know what I think.
It took a long time, that's for sure. We were just waiting. It was about to rain, and we had the drums up. We did a take of the entire song with just the drums. We had the piano, just the piano. We had so there was probably around, if we probably did the song around 7 times.
yeah, once for each person in the group.
Yep, and another for everyone. No, actually, way more because we added each of the instrumentalists in when their song came in. So we did one track, so it probably would have been more like probably 10 or 11 takes.
Probably even more sometimes.
Probably even more.
Yeah. Something I found interesting while recording the music video is that faking music while playing it felt a bit weird. Like I wasn't actually playing most of the song except for the solo, and when I did, because I wasn't plugged in, it sounded very weird if you were actually there. So yeah.
I could hear myself, but it wasn't really the way I was expecting it. It sounded slightly off. And, like, I guess it's like, it was fun though.
As you're working doing the production, what did you guys pick up and learn about? It's like one thing when you hear a record, and now you know what it takes. So like when you talk about the bass not really quite being there, I mean, that's why you go into a studio. A band goes into a studio. It can take a really long time because you want to get that bass part right. The issue that we had obviously was we had a pretty limited budget. Reflecting on what that experience was like, how did you feel sort of intimidated by that process of having to make sure you get it right, and it's like, and you have to really make sure you're not making sounds and all that kind of stuff. Did you find that challenging or?
Very pressuring. Like, you don't want to mess up, because if you do, you'd end up having to restart it all.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I was doing guitar solo, I didn't want to, like, mess it up, of course, and, like, biff it all and, like, have to restart. So, yeah, definitely a new experience for me.
Yeah. And Jet, you've actually been you've recorded stuff before.
Yeah.
How did you find this recording?
Oh, this was way harder, because I remember last time we didn't actually record the audio like how we did. Like, we didn't put it together like that. We just recorded it all at once.
Yeah.
So it took a lot more time, like this time. But it was much more of an experience.
The process, so where we recorded, we're down at St. Luke's in Greytown, and you guys, we had the headphones and stuff. What was that like, playing through the headphones and listening, not because you're so used to playing live and having the bands working live? How was that for the process?
It was kind of weird because if I was to take my headphones off, I wouldn't be able to hear anything except for like I could hear my voice, but it wouldn't be very loud, and I couldn't hear any of the other instruments that I would hear with my headphones on.
It was really strange. Like, it was way louder. So, and the guitar was like mute or something. I just couldn't hear it at all. But yeah, it was. It all sounded kind
Yeah,
of
it kind of
messy.
sounded like underneath something. Like you
The
can.
end
Yeah.
result sounded much better than it actually
Yeah,
sounded.
it was like kind of
while recorded.
distorted.
Yeah, there had been
Jack.
some massive effects on that.
It was kind of good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely needs a lot of tune.
Yeah, in the middle of the recording, when the guitars came in, I just got a shock because I heard there was some. It was like the guitars were shaking, or it was weird, and I worried that effect. No, it wasn't bass, but
Okay,
Are
continue.
you singing a solo or something?
yeah, it was really weird, and I was worried whether that would come out, but it all was gone in the long term. And when we heard the track, it sounded great.
Did you find that was really interesting to sort of have what you had in your ear when you walked out of there going, how in the world is that going to sound really good? And then to hear when it's all mixed down and that stuff. You were quite surprised?
It was quite a surprise when we heard it on Friday. I was thinking, oh wow, this has changed a lot. This sounds great. It surpassed my expectations.
Well, that's what we were aiming for.
I think that's what everybody said. Everybody said it sounded really good. They were surprised. It was on Friday. I wanted to, first of all, say thank you to some of the sponsors of the project. So starting with the Ministry of Education Gifted Learners Program, who gave this funding so that kids in the Wairarapa who have exceptional talent have the chance to take off and develop their own musical voice. So I really want to say thank you to them, first of all. And second of all, to the Carterton District Council and Creative Communities Fund, which have also given us funding so that we could expand the program to other kids in the Wairarapa. So my question to y'all is, as we about to expand it and invite other kids into the same opportunity, what advice would you give other kids that have never written their own song or composed their own song before, but they're also musicians?
I'd say if you want to compose something, you can't actually force yourself to make music. It has to come from you naturally, whether it's by accident or you just found, like, let's say, an arpeggio that sounds really good. Because you cannot force yourself to make good music, so it has to come from you naturally. And what I mean by naturally is like comes out of nowhere. It just comes to you. Don't know how to explain it, but in my other compositions, I didn't force myself to make them. It just comes out of nowhere. Then you keep adding on to it. So yeah, and that becomes music.
Well, you could start with a key. I think, well, for us, it started with a note that we were hearing on the amp. On the amp. In the first meeting, it was an F.
It was the echo.
Yeah, it was an F, I think.
And then we heard a second note, and that was a B.
That's taking it way back. That's that first day.
And so we started in the key of B, and we just we started messing around, and I played the kind of the chord of B minor, and it started from there. And so we just followed with what everybody else wanted to put into the song,
Yeah.
and eventually it came together.
Yeah, that was the first day. I think the kids had no clue, and you were like, "What sound do you hear?" And it was like a buzzing or like an amp. Something was going wrong, and you said, "What note is that?" And everybody called out the name of the note.
Wait, why did we do that again?
I have no clue.
Well, the point was to recognize that music is everywhere. It's, that music at its very basic element is just vibration. And when those vibrations, like even as you pound on the table, there's, if you break it down, there's notes, And I think that was what we were looking at, is like how you pull the music down, you can be inspired even by the buzzing of an amp, right? And
Which
you,
we actually technically did.
yeah, see, and I think that was sort of the whole point of when you do give yourself permission to listen and to be aware of the sounds that are around you and how musical they are, you know, and you can incorporate it into your own music. And
Agreed.
yeah,
Very
so it's
much
really
so.
cool to see that the song sort of came out of that organic kind of experience. That's really cool.
Yep.
That's what really excites me about this project, is that it is about tapping into our music. Like you were saying, the music is in you,
Yes.
and you gotta let it out, you know?
Yes. So yeah, adds on to what I said.
So I was gonna say, because when we had the auditions for the group, I think you played in the audition an original
Oh
composition.
yes, one of my.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Do you still remember that one?
Yeah, we should have had brought the guitar in here today and played it. That's a fantastic piece.
I have 3 now.
He's got 3
Goddamn.
pieces and a smoking guitar solo.
He is him.
Right.
I've got a few of my own as well.
We are gonna be doing some fundraising. Yeah, and
Money.
possibly some busking. We're gonna have a sausage sizzle and raise some money for the group. And so we'll have to let everybody know where to see Shuttle live next. So y'all could go to
Website.
it's youthbandwairarapa.com. Guys, to make a prediction, a positive prediction for yourself for the future. So that
As a band or like?
as a whoever.
Okay.
About the band?
About the band, about yourself. Just for the record.
Does
Something
it have to be positive? Can it be positive?
I want to
and
hear.
negative?
I want to hear something positive, because y'all are gonna
Like future careers.
future anything. It could be next week. One of the things that we did was write down a personal goal for yourself. Like, by the end of the band, I will have achieved. So it could be something
I
like
gotta,
that.
Get money or something like that.
Okay, get money.
Although
that
this is
money.
a bit
I
of a
really want
far-fetched,
money.
Statement.
I really
Possibly we
need
could,
money.
Touring the North Island, maybe.
Jesus Christ. This ain't
That'd
not
be
bad idea,
awesome.
though.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
Oh, hell no.
That's
Gotta get the
No, that's actually a good idea, though.
a good idea.
What are we gonna do there?
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
Spend
god.
money
You
to
gotta
make
get
more.
the songs.
But
Yes.
who's gonna
Gotta
be your
spend money to
songs?
make more.
People.
That's
Well, so that's a good one.
We have to make a hit.
All
Yes.
right. Well, the first step on making a hit is actually letting people hear your songs that you make, and that's not easy.
This is just like it's only been like what 6 months since we've started, so we still
Yeah.
have plenty of time to go.
How many songs have we actually like
Like,
not
like
fully
Get
made?
into the
like 6
one.
kind of, I guess.
What?
Not fully. No, like
No,
no,
not fully.
no, like not fully. Like
Like
we started.
Let's
Like
start with, like,
I had
4.
3 solid songs that I was calling them on a YouTube channel. So, but some of them, they're like in 3 different stages.
Subscribe.
There's
You're
the
like
second
4.
one. You have one that's almost there and is missing lyrics,
I can't do that.
and
No.
and it's missing some like solos for each kid. And I think we're almost there with the second song. Yeah. So
What's the third one?
Yeah, well,
I don't even know. It's just y'all just jamming.
we have like 2.
It might be even
proper
more.
ones.
Yeah.
Like,
It might be even more. So now that we have one pretty much done and dusted, you know, we could work it out, but we have one solid one we're confident about. What are some tips that you are going to do and apply so the second song is going to be learning from the first process? Complaining about if I could have done it again. So what would you do next time different?
Maybe we won't have an intro that's so long it's a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
for
wait
those
like-
who haven't heard the
You
song
wait like
before,
5 minutes and
Yeah.
Like, although it's a nice intro, if you've never heard
It's a
it
cracker.
before,
yeah, it's
you'll
boring. Like
never
I
get
just
bored
wait for
quite
2 minutes
easily.
just waiting in the drum. Like yeah,
So,
okay,
like-
when it's gonna start.
We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
fact.
have an
Just
intro
walk
that's a
around
bit
the
shorter than that.
Well, that's like the
whole four
the album version is long, and the radio edit is usually shorter.
True.
Yeah, that's the deep cut. The
You
deep
could,
cut
like,
is the
cut,
longer
like, 2
version.
bars out of that, then it'll be really good.
Okay.
When she starts singing, that's when it should really come in.
Yes.
Like, it's like you just wait so long.
Because like
Yeah.
when it's like a cappella singing without the rest of the band, it starts to sound a bit awkward. But when the rest of the band comes in, it sounds quite solid.
Yeah.
Need that auto tune.
Is there anything else that y'all want to say? Do you want to make a shout out to grandmama or somebody from class, something like that? Call out somebody's name.
Thanks to
Shout
everyone
out.
Yes, I
who
do.
helped out.
Who do you want to shout out to, Helena?
Imagine
If any
you-
of my friends are listening, like Amelia, Maya, Ellie, or Cleo, then I'm right here.
Oh, thank you.
Stop.
Come on, who else? Who else?
Yeah.
That's right. That's what you gotta do.
Imagine if
You gotta. You got what you gotta. Go ahead, guys. I think you said your granddaddy is gonna be watching. Who? Come on, guys.
I
Who?
know what you're talking about.
You said who said their parents gonna put it on Facebook? Who said that?
I think it was so.
I think it's wrong.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yo, shout out to Disbel Womany. Yo,
Cool.
he's listening.
Sure, Fatty Cameron, my bad. That's all I have to say.
Anybody else?
Oh, Batman Ryan. I love you, Batman Ryan.
Shout outs.
Nope, my positive prediction for the year was that nobody will ever listen to this that I know.
Yeah, I
Real.
would, I would murk everyone that watches this.
You are not Deadpool.
I want to give a shout out to Leon Eldred.
Yeah, why would anyone watch a
who,
radio
I
show?
saw him a few weeks ago in Wellington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he shot and edited the video for us. Did a pretty good job, I think.
He's awesome.
Yeah. So
I like the hat.
thank you, Leon, if you're listening. If you
W
hear
hat.
this.
Oh, yeah.
It's you, Shankar.
Yeah, I'm
He was wearing it
actually
in Wellington.
to say that all of the production pretty much comes from young people. How old is Leon?
18.
So
Jesus.
18 to 10,
10.
11?
Crazy. 10.
10.
10.
So from 10 to 18. And it's amazing. It's amazing what young people can do when given the opportunity. And so I hope that all of our listeners out there will continue to encourage these young people.
Our people's
Well-
5 listeners.
Well, I want all 5 listeners to
To unwatch the stream and like do not tell no one about this, okay?
to
Especially anyone from MIS.
to encourage the young people to keep going forward and cheer them on as this is their very first venture as writing their own music as a group. And so we're really, really proud of them. It actually made me feel very emotional to just see how much they've done. And they always impress me. I just never know how they're going to pull all that creative and creativity outside of themselves. I'm always impressed. And so I want to say thank you so much. Y'all show up week after week after week. And mostly very good
Cedric, you cannot be
attendance.
talking again.
Very good attendance, and thank you to the parents for making this possible. Ride sharing and making sure that all the kids get to practice on time and set up the band equipment and sit down. Oh, and before I forget, shout out to Makota College and to where did we do the auditions?
Shout out to Soul who goes to Minnesota College.
Cool.
Carterton School, yeah.
And at Carterton School.
No, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
We want to say thank you for allowing the children opportunities to use the schools as a safe space to hang out every week for 2 hours just jamming. So that's free and gifted to us, and we really appreciate it. And all right, we're going to conclude and let the children play their music video again. Have a blessed day and see y'all next time in
Go stay
community
MIS.
inspirational communities at the Wairarapa Women's Center.
Where's the ghost name I is?
Run, run, running through the woods.
Concludes the episode with the Wairarapa Youth Band Shuttle. On behalf of the Wairarapa Women's Center, we want to thank you for all your support.
See y'all next time, and check out all of our exciting programs at the Wairarapa Women's Center on our Facebook page. God bless. Have a great day.